Well, ladies, I can tell you that the residents in this neighborhood are alarmed. Just take a look behind me. The scene is still active. Anaheim police on scene here. And again, these residents tell us that they are shocked that 2 random attacks took place this afternoon, and now 1 man is dead as a result of that assault. Investigators say the first unprovoked attack happened around 12 o'clock at North Catalpa Avenue and West Falmouth Avenue in Anaheim. No one was seriously hurt. Now, the victim in the second incident, about 20 minutes later, was not so lucky. Officers tell us he was a 70-year-old man who suffered head trauma. He was rushed to the hospital where he underwent surgery but did not survive. Now, police arrested a 30-year-old man identified as David Abbott, and they are trying to determine if Abbott was involved in the first incident. Joining me now is Sergeant Shane Carringer with Anaheim PD. Thank you, Sergeant. So what can you tell us about this suspect?
The suspect does have a criminal history with Anaheim. He was recently in custody for an assault with a deadly weapon charge. He was arrested on May 15th for that charge. He posted a $100,000 bond, so he was released on the 20th. So he's been out for about 11 days. And we know that suspect is, or we believe that suspect is responsible for the assault and battery that ultimately led to the death of a 70-year-old individual. And we're still working to confirm that he was related to an earlier assault and battery that happened in this nearby area. Both attacks do appear to be random in nature.
Now, it's shocking to know that he was actually arrested and released, and it also was an assault with a deadly weapon. What can you tell us about that incident?
Well, he was offered bail, so he was released per bail. They made a $100,000 bail, so this is not a zero bail case where he was released without posting bail. He did have the constitutional right to bail, as everybody else does. He did make bail, and that's what led to his ultimate release. Rearrival back here in the general area. The suspect is a resident of Anaheim as well and does live in the same general area.
In the same area. Do we know why he targeted these people?
No, based on his previous behavior in this incident, they appear to be random in nature, that there was no specific motivation that we can identify as to why the victims in these cases were targeted.
You're asking something of the public, and what is that?
Yeah, it's possible that there were people that saw this assault today that have not been contacted by the police. We're asking those people to contact the Anaheim Police Department or Orange County Crime Stoppers. We'd love to hear what they have to say because we need their help in making this case prosecutable.
And one of the things he mentions that you've identified the suspect, David Abbott, at 30 years old, but we're not allowed to show his picture. Explain why, please.
Yeah, we're asking that his picture not go out just yet. We still have witnesses that we need to try to see if they can identify the subject that's involved in this case. Since he does have a recent prior booking photo, we don't want to taint those identifications whatsoever. We want to get fresh identification, so we're asking the media not to publish any photos or booking photos just yet until we can get all the witnesses accounted for and have them do clean identifications.
How was he arrested?
Our helicopter heard the call of the assault and battery in progress go out. They were able to arrive on scene very quickly, and they observed a subject that they believed could be the possible suspect based on the description provided, and they directed officers to his location where he was detained without incident.
He just went in. Did he say anything at all?
Yeah, I can't go into any comments he made to our detectives at the time. Again, we do have this case that we need to put together and make it prosecutable and make as strong of a case as possible so we can bring this suspect to justice.
And the victim, what can you tell us about that 70-year-old victim?
Yeah, we haven't been able to do any next of kin notifications just yet, so we can't do any more identification other than saying he's a 70-year-old adult male victim. Once we're successfully able to contact family and break this unbearable news to him, we will be able to identify the victim.
All right. Thank you so much for your help and all of the information. And again, if you are a witness, you live in this area and you saw something, please contact the Anaheim Police Department. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Question, of course, still is motive. Why? All right, Gina, thank you so much.